The clash between Newcastle United and Arsenal on September 28, 2025, was more than just a fixture on the Premier League calendar. It felt like a test of ambition. St. James Park roared from the opening whistle, with fans eager to see how these two sides, both hunting for the top four, would impose themselves in such a high-stakes duel under the Northern Lights. Arsenal arrived with swagger, their young stars carrying the confidence of recent victories. Mikel Arteta's men had been praised for their fluid movement, crisp passing, and relentless pressing. Yet, everyone knew Newcastle, led by Eddie Howe, were no pushovers, especially at home. Their physicality and disciplined structure promised a real battle of grit versus artistry. The first minutes set the tone with crunching tackles, sharp counterattacks, and no shortage of noise from the stands. Newcastle looked determined to test Arsenal's backline early, pressing high and forcing the visitors to think quickly. Arsenal, in contrast, tried to slow the rhythm, controlling possession and looking for those precise pockets of space to exploit. In the 14th minute, Arsenal drew first blood. A clever 1-2 between Martin Odegaard and Bukayo Saka unlocked Newcastle's defense, leaving Gabriel Jesus with the chance to slide the ball past Nick Pope. The away fans erupted, their chants echoing across the ground as Arsenal claimed an early edge. But Newcastle are known for their resilience, and they answered swiftly. Only 6 minutes later, Bruno Guimaraes unleashed a strike from distance that ricocheted off the bar, falling kindly for Alexander Isak, who calmly slotted home. The stadium exploded, black and white scarves twirling as the Magpies restored parity. The match evolved into a fiery contest, with both sides trading chances. Declan Rice tried to dictate tempo, spreading play wide, while Kieran Trippier bombed forward to provide dangerous crossings. Each attack seemed to raise the heartbeats of thousands as defense and attack clashed with remarkable intensity. Before halftime, drama unfolded again. Saka danced past two defenders, cut inside, and fired a low shot that Pope barely managed to push aside. The rebound fell to Kai Havertz, but his effort was blocked on the line by Sven Botman. The Arsenal bench leapt up in disbelief, sensing a missed opportunity to reclaim control. Halftime arrived with the score level, and both managers faced the test of adjustments. Eddie Howe urged his men to stay compact and strike with precision on the break, while Arteta encouraged patience, reminding his players that their dominance in possession would eventually crack the opposition. The second half began at breakneck speed. Newcastle pushed forward, with Anthony Gordon tormenting defenders on the flank. His pace and directness had Arsenal scrambling, and one darting run almost set up Isak for his second, only for William Saliba's last-ditch tackle to deny the Swede. Arsenal responded with their own surge. Odegaard orchestrated like a maestro, threading passes that split open lines. A curling effort from Leandro Trossard clipped the crossbar, leaving Arsenal fans with heads and hands. It felt like the game was teetering on the edge of brilliance and heartbreak.
In the 63rd minute, the breakthrough came again for Newcastle. Gordon whipped in a teasing cross, and Callum Wilson, introduced just minutes earlier, rose highest to head home. The roar was deafening, and St. James Park turned into a cauldron of belief as the Magpies took a 2-1 lead. Arsenal, stung by the setback, pushed with urgency, They pinned Newcastle back, swarming the penalty area with wave after wave of attacks. Jesus tested Pope again, while Rice tried his luck from range, but Newcastle's backline stood tall, blocking shots with bodies on the line and absorbing the pressure. The tension thickened as the minutes ticked away. Every pass from Arsenal carried the weight of expectation. Every clearance from Newcastle drew cheers like goals. It wasn't just a match anymore, it was a battle of wills, a test of which team would bend first under the relentless demands of the occasion. In the 79th minute, Arsenal found their equalizer. A brilliant exchange between Trossard and Odegaard opened up space, allowing the captain to unleash a perfectly timed strike that beat Pope at full stretch. The away section erupted once more, and suddenly the contest was level again at 2-2. Both teams, refusing to settle, went for the jugular. Newcastle nearly retook the lead through Guimaraes, whose curling effort forced a fingertip save from David Raya. Moments later, Saka surged forward and nearly created a tap-in for Havertz, only for Dan Burn to make a heroic intervention. The final minutes were chaos. Tackles flew in, substitutions came fast and thick, and nerves buzzed through the air. The referee added 6 minutes of stoppage time, giving both sides a chance to snatch victory in this thriller of a match. Fans couldn't sit down. They were living every moment with clenched fists. In the dying moments, Arsenal had one last chance. A deep corner found Gabriel Magalhaes rising above everyone, but his header thundered off the post. The rebound sparked panic, with a scramble of bodies in the box before Newcastle cleared to safety. The whistle blew seconds later, sealing the result. The match ended 2-2, but it felt like a spectacle that deserved far more recognition than a simple scoreline. Both teams showcased their strengths, Arsenal's technical brilliance, Newcastle's relentless spirit, and together they produced a contest that neutrals will talk about for weeks. For Arsenal, it was a night of frustration and relief, knowing they had the chances to win, but also grateful for escaping with a point in such a hostile venue. For Newcastle, pride shone through, as they once again proved that St. James Park remains one of the toughest grounds to conquer. The September showdown will be remembered not just as a draw, but as a clash of philosophies: artistry against grit, possession against power, calmness against chaos. And as both sides continued their journey this season, fans will circle this date as one of the defining nights of 2025 football.
Confidence, dreams, and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages.